Awesome. All right. So this is the February Higher Ed Action Team call. And we're just going to start off by getting to know each other a little bit. And what I'd love for all of you to share, some of this I'm going to ask you to also put in the chat, but mainly as you're introducing yourself, tell us your name, your pronouns, where you're based, what university you're at, and what climate action have you taken in the first month of 2024? So, oh, I see we might have lost Frank briefly. Devon, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh,
Okay,
am I going?
yeah, go ahead and go, Devon. We'll come back to you, Frank.
Hi. Well, I've just been getting back involved because I got pretty busy with the other things in life. So I didn't really get to any actions this month, but I'm looking to get more involved as the next few months start up.
Awesome. And what university are you at?
Oh, I'm a college graduate of two universities, SUNY Fredonia and U Albany, and I've been uh, and I wanted to get connected with the higher ed call like, just so I have something extra to do.
Of course. Awesome. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for getting involved. Frank, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay. All right. My name is Frank Olaikon. My pronouns is him and is. So I'm currently based in Atlanta. My school is Georgia State University. And I'm currently studying. I'm a grad student, and I'm currently studying geosciences. I've never joined a HIT call before. This is my first time. Uh, and I'm really looking forward to uh, joining this organization to be able to participate in any climate action activities that we'll be doing in 2024. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Frank. So for those who just rejoined us from the CFD room, please raise your virtual Zoom hand. That's how we're going to make sure that everybody gets a chance to introduce themselves. So if you've not spoken yet, not gotten a chance to introduce yourself, please do so. And now we'll just move down the list. Sadie.
Hi, everybody. My name's Sadie. My pronouns are she, her. I'm based in Burlington, Vermont at the University of Vermont, and I have been on a heat call before. And this past month, I have been working a lot on getting 8 people, including myself, down to the Northeast Regional Conference. So doing a lot of things related to budget and transport. And it's all coming together, and it looks like we're hopefully going to have 8 slots filled. And we also have had about 20 new people sign on to our email list after tabling. So that's exciting. Oh, and last thing, we also have a little section in our student center now. It's like this big thing in like the tunnel underground that we're going to put up CFD. So that's exciting. And I will popcorn it to Virginia.
Hi, thanks. I'm Virginia. I use any pronouns. I'm based in Biddeford, Maine at the University of New England. I'm the president of our school's environmental club. And what was the other questions? So sorry. Currently my time has been very occupied with I've been working with our sustainability office to open a permanent on-campus thrift store. So that's what we've been working on for over like a semester and a half now, and it's opening in less than 2 weeks. So it's really exciting. Oh, let me popcorn it to Lance.
Good, good. Hello, everyone. This is Lance. I went to school at West Georgia. What I'm working on, I found some people who work in environmental policy, and so I might switch over my concentration to environmental policy, starting in I think like March. So I'll be writing different plans or different things they do in environment. I'm still learning about it, so that's what I'm doing for as far as climate change for 2024. Um, I'm gonna popcorn over to everybody with their hand raised. Then has to go.
Correct. Yeah.
Caroline.
Hi everyone, I'm Caroline. I'm at the University of Michigan. She, her pronouns. And this month we've been working a lot on new member recruitment and also planning some events for voter engagement in the coming months. Oh, I will popcorn it to Ellen.
Hi, I'm Ellen. I use she, her pronouns. I'm in New York City. I go to NYU, New York University, and I have been on a heat call before. And this month, kind of similar to everyone else, like just doing some outreach. I think I'm planning an event with like the broader New York chapter to go to like this climate museum in New York City in like 2 weeks. So that should be pretty fun. Yeah, I will popcorn it to Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily. I use she, her pronouns. I am based in Williamsburg at the University of William and Mary. I have joined a heat call before, and climate action I've taken in the first month is doing some more of the like kind of national organizing, thinking about the CFD movement and like higher ed structuring stuff. And yeah, and I'll popcorn it to Declan.
Okay, hi. Yeah, my name is Declan. My pronouns he, him. I have been on a heat call once before, and my priority this month has been organizing sponsorship to send some of the students from our university to the Conservative Lobbying Day in March. And probably should have started with this, but I'm studying at Pepperdine University here in Malibu. I guess I'll throw it to Serena.
All right. Hi, I'm Serena. I use she, her, or they pronouns. I don't really mind. I'm a student at Michigan State, and I have joined a heat call before. I started joining them like in the fall semester. And a climate action that I took was I'm getting a chapter started up here at MSU. So I printed out like a bunch of flyers to put around campus, and I like cut them all. So it was definitely like commitment to have to cut all those sheets of paper, but it was exciting like putting them up around campus. So yeah, and I will pass it to Caitlin.
So sorry, guys. I'm like mid eating dinner. I'm Caitlin. I'm so sorry. I have she, her pronouns. I'm based at University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. I've joined a heat call before, and I'm working with the other group leaders in North Carolina to organize a state level lobby day, hopefully coming up in May. So at least we'll get some student involvement leading up to that, hopefully. And perhaps I'll get some people to go through during final exam season. We'll see. Yeah, I will go to Marika.
Yeah, hi everybody. And you pronounced it well. So I wonder if you know another Marika. I use she, her pronouns. I'm based out of Charlottesville, Virginia. I'm actually not in school anymore, but I work, well, I volunteer with the Charlottesville chapter, and we're trying to engage the university more. So I'm joining this call to listen in, hear what students are up to, and get ideas to bring back to Charlottesville. And I guess this is my first time on the call. And we applied to a local conference and got offered a panel slot in it for CCL and a couple of other local orgs. So I'll hand it off to Andrea, one of those, maybe.
Yeah, I'm Andrea. I'm a senior at Newton South High School in Massachusetts. And yeah, pronouns are she, her. And yeah, this is actually my first time on any CCL call, so it's been really cool seeing everyone. And yeah, at school, I'm a part of a lot of sustainability things, but one thing I've been doing is organizing an Earth Day for my school. And okay, who else has to go? Stanley? Yeah, popcorn it.
Oh, hi. My name is Stanley. I currently work at Babson, in Massachusetts. This is not my first heat call. What is one thing I've done this past month about climate? So I got pressured by my local CCL chapter to be the treasurer. I think coalescing to that pressure counts as a climate action, I suppose. And then I'll popcorn it to Catherine.
Hi, I'm Catherine, she, her. I'm a sophomore at Bowdoin College in Maine, and I wrote an article for the Green Energy Times about the carbon fee and dividend movement because my dad has like a repeating article that he has to write for the Green Energy Times, and he always gets like really stressed about it. And I was like home over break and like didn't want to deal with that for 3 weeks, so I just wrote the article and I'll popcorn Nazareth.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Ash. With the pronouns say he, I mean, is I'm based in Florida, and I still go to university. I'm currently graduate program, major information systems, and almost done. Just have a few more classes to go. And I joined He Calls. This is my first one this year. And climate action, I didn't take much in the first, but I'm starting something new, like with the op-ed to be published soon, if that happens and works. I'll pass it to Far.
You said Far, right, Ashrid?
Yes.
Okay. Far, would you like to go ahead and unmute and introduce yourself?
Hi, yeah, my name is Far. This is not my first time being in a heat call. I've been here a few months now. I go by they, them, or any pronouns. I am based on Illinois, and I'm working on my bachelor's right now through Columbia College, online format. I've last week, there was during my McHenry County lobby meeting, like a pre-meeting but not really meeting, but there was a postcard event party, and we were writing like cards, like the same format, but we were partnering with the Environmental Voter Project. There was a list of names from like NC, I think it's North Carolina. Yeah. Is it a state? NC?
Yeah, that's North Carolina. That's awesome.
North Carolina. And so far I filled out like one page. For each card, I wrote their name, address, and the same formatting writing. I'm also part of like the environmental club at I'm still a student. I'm also taking some classes at community college. Like even though I'm on an online format, I like the community, so like being a student there. It's a really nice environment. Yeah, so far we haven't had our first meeting yet, but I feel like our first meeting is gonna be this week. So I'm hoping to like go and see what's gonna happen. So I guess I'm gonna pass it to, let's see who hasn't gone yet.
Anybody who's got their hands raised.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. Okay, Trey.
Hi. So yeah, my name's Trey. I am currently attending University of Phoenix, and I'm based out of Mesa, Arizona. And then I've not attended a heat call before. This is my first one. And in the last month, I was able to attend the Environmental Day at the Capitol in Arizona. So I was able to meet with my district legislator. And so that was a lot of fun. I will popcorn it to James.
Hopefully, James, are you able to come off mute? There you are.
Good evening, everyone. James Radford. I'm in St. Paul, Minnesota. Go to St. Paul College. I would say one of the actions I've done this year is to get a climate actionable task started on my campus. So I'm trying to make it more equitable and environmental friendly. So they started working with the faculty and staff at school to get something implemented. And then I would let's see, not sure who hasn't gone yet.
Looks like we've got, yeah, Nicholas hasn't gone yet.
Yeah, hi, I'm Nicholas. I'm he, him, his. And I used to be a student at William and Mary in Virginia, College of William and Mary. I now live in Seattle. Yeah, I've never joined a heat call before. I mean, this is the first time I've been here in a while due to the job that I have right now. And the hours were just weird, but yeah. And what climate action did I take? Well, I did discuss climate change with some of my colleagues, my coworkers at my workplace, and they all seem to agree that it's important that we have like a carbon tax and do something about the climate. So I guess that's a win.
Who do you want to pass it to, Nicholas?
Who else? Emmett.
Hello, my name is Emmett. I go by he, him pronouns. I am in Epping, New Hampshire, and I go to the University of New Hampshire. I have joined a heat call before, and in 2024, I have attended a hearing for the proxy carbon pricing bill in New Hampshire, and I have been attempting to start spreading CFD at UNH.
Awesome. Thanks, Emmett. And last but certainly not least, Olayemi, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Olayemi. I'm from Nigeria, but I'm a student here in Kansas State University. This is my first time of joining the EAT call, and yeah, I'm looking forward to connecting with everyone and collaborating with you all. Thank you.
Awesome. And Olayemi is also heading to our conservative conference, hopefully. So really excited to have a few folks on here that are helping to get more young voices there. So that's awesome. Well, I guess we are running a little bit over time because we spent more time getting to know each other, which I think was totally worth it. This is such a big group and it's lovely to get to know you all a little more. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Stephanie. I am the Student Engagement Director for Citizens Climate Lobby. I am based in Miami, Florida. My pronouns are she, her, ella. I just graduated in December from Florida International University, and a climate action I took in the first month of 2024. I got one of my letters to the editor published. So that was really exciting in the Miami Herald. So not that I found out about it until somebody like texted me about it, because they don't notify you anymore. So pro tip, if you've been writing LTEs and not heard, just make sure somebody's actually keeping an eye on the editorial page for you, because they will not let you know that they're about to publish it, apparently. Anyways, so welcome everybody to our February call officially. We like to do a little quick recap of what's happened in the last month, or what you might have missed if you missed our January call. So I'd love to invite anybody who did join us in January for our call with our guest speaker on evangelical outreach, to share maybe like one or two messages that stuck with you from that call, just so we can catch everybody up to speed and share out these learnings. So if you would like to share, just feel free to raise your hand. It's like a whole month ago, I know. Declan, thank you for being brave.
Yeah, I can take it, no worries. One thing that I thought was very useful was, I'm not sure if I'm using the exact terminology correctly, but the speaker mentioned kind of like this stewardship mindset when you're talking to evangelical people about, you know, preserving the earth and God's creation, and how climate change is contrary to that. So it's all about, preventing climate change to protect God's creation. I thought that was a really insightful way to frame the conversation, and I definitely think would be useful in further discussion.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Declan. It's definitely a really important message from that conversation with Larry. So I had hoped we could maybe take some social media action together, but I really want to make sure we get a lot of time in breakout rooms. And full disclosure, we're trying something really new this month. So we're not entirely sure how well this is and how smoothly this is going to run. So I think we might skip the social media action. I do definitely encourage you to still take a social media action. I put some suggestions into that action sheet. If you missed it while you were getting onto the call, here it is again. But there are toolkits from CCL around all sorts of social media messaging you can do, especially a lot of our pushes right now around elections. So definitely encourage you to use your social media to get as many of your friends to vote as possible, and specifically to vote with climate in mind. But we want to spend some time strategizing more kind of one-on-one or in smaller group discussions. So the way we're going to try to do this, as I said, first time, we'll learn as we go. Thank you for your patience. We want to start breakout rooms, but we didn't want to like predefine many of these. So the only one that we have predefined for tonight is there will be a breakout room for folks who want to get involved with the carbon fee and dividend movement. But if you have an idea of like a topic you really want to discuss or brainstorm around with other people, I would love for you to just raise your hand and like pitch your topic. Tell us what you want to talk about. And then we're going to do a quick poll of everybody in the room to see if there's enough interest to kind of start a breakout room around that topic. And then we'll set our breakout rooms that way. So what do y'all want to talk about?
There seems to be a lot of people. It's my first heat call that have not been here before, so maybe we could have one that it's like kind of initial steps to like looking how to like spread awareness on either campuses or in communities.
That's a great suggestion, Virginia. What else would folks like to talk about? Anybody want to talk about elections or some of our other policy areas?
I would just like add to the one about getting started and spreading awareness about climate action, like doing that on campus specifically, because like I've been to the calls before, so like I know how that works, but like I am a little bit nervous about just like starting at the chapter at campus. So I feel like that's a little, those are like two slightly different things.
Totally.
I also have another suggestion, or like more of an inquiry, if there's any resources that we could either talk about, use, and or like spread to our community, specifically because it's February and it's Black History Month. We could always like integrating like more carbon like equity and carbon taxation, and it's like how that also is like a form of racial justice.
Great one. Any other room requests? Anything else you'd like to talk about that has not been suggested already?
How do I approach people without them like thinking that I'm like an enemy or something to talk about climate change?
That is a super interesting topic. Cool. Thank you, Marika, for suggesting those options as well. I think those fold in nicely to that getting started with climate action on campus. So we'll kind of treat that as one kind of big campus climate action room. And no problem. Thank you so much for joining, Trey. All right, so I think we've got 4 rooms suggested. Does anybody feel really strongly that like there's a major topic you really wanted to cover that is not currently represented in those 4 topics? There's CFD movement, climate action on campus, resources for equity, especially around a carbon fee and dividend, but climate action more generally, and how to have non-combative climate change conversations. Those are the 4 topics. Okay. Emily, I see you thinking.
Oh, I was just wondering, would you be able to type those in the chat, Stephanie?
Yes, I was just working on grabbing those. And I'm also going to start a poll to see. And this is going to be a one choice, unfortunately. So pick wisely. If there is a room that doesn't have more than one person in it, we just won't open that room. So be strategic. Action on campus. And almost there. Okay. Now you should have a poll on your screen somewhere. So go ahead and choose which room you would like to join. Still got a few people who are mulling over their answers. Go ahead and vote in the next 30 seconds. Good news is it looks like we have at least 2 people for every room, so we'll probably go ahead and open all 4. The next task, giving those last 2 stragglers a couple seconds to put their votes in here. The next task is to assign who is going to not necessarily lead the conversation in that room, but make sure that a conversation is actually happening. And who is going to report out from your room when we come back together so that we can all learn from each other. Just share 1 sentence on what you discussed and 1 action item that you'll take in the next month related to that topic. All right, so I'm going to end the poll now. I'll just share with you all so you know how many to expect. It looks like we're going to have a busy CFD movement room. Also going to have a pretty busy climate action on campus, and we're going to have 2 people each engage in very deep and thoughtful conversation around resources for equity and non-combative climate conversations. The way I'm going to set up these rooms, just so that you all know, is we will, this is going to take a second because apparently there are breakout rooms open somehow. Stanley and Nicholas ran off to have a sidebar conversation. No shame. No, sorry guys. Sorry to break up the moment there.
Sorry, look, can I like change my section?
Yeah, of course. Were you in the one of the smaller rooms, or were you in one of the bigger rooms?
The smaller rooms.
The smaller rooms? Okay, so which room are you going to be in, Frank?
CFD.
Oh, that was the room you were going to be in, or the room you want to be in? Which one had you voted for?
I voted for climate conversations.
Okay, cool. So we are
I
gonna
want to go into CFD.
Totally. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and not do the non-combative climate conversations room then. Thanks everybody for being super patient as we figure this out. So there will be 3 rooms that you'll be able to self-select and join. 1 will be for the CFD movement, 1 will be for climate action on campus, and 1 will be for equity resources. And I will open all of those. Let's see. I'll open all of those right now, and you will have a 30-second warning when we're closing the room in about 15 minutes. So you'll have a good amount of time to chat with each other. All right. There you go. All the rooms are open. Wait, if you are having, oh yeah, sorry, Emily.
Did we like figure out who was gonna like be that like facilitator person?
Oh no, we did not. I assumed, Emily, that you would facilitate the CFD one. I would facilitate the climate action on campus, and then the equity resources we did not define. I actually can't see who were the 2 that wanted to be in that room, so hopefully you remember who you are. And maybe you're already in there. Nope. All right, these are the challenges of trying something new, folks. I think we may have lost our people. If you are in a room with only one other person, I think you probably don't need as much like of a facilitator, but do still designate somebody once you're in that room, who's going to share out that one sentence on like a big takeaway from your conversation and one action you're going to take over the course of the next month related to that. Thanks for catching that, Emily, and have great conversations. If you're having trouble getting into a room or can't find the breakout room option, just let me know where you would like to be and I will help you get there. Welcome back, everybody. I know I'm sure everybody was still in the middle of wrapping up their final thoughts, so sorry for that rather unceremonious finish. We've got a couple more people who are still in the breakout room, probably just having a tough time figuring out how to get back into the main room, so just give them a second. Okay, awesome. I think everybody is back. Perfect. All right, so we ended up having just the 2 rooms, one for CFD and one for climate action on campus. So CFD, who have you designated to share with us one takeaway from your conversation and one action you'll take in the next month?
Oh, we actually didn't we totally forgot to do that, but
totally missed the assignment. It's all good.
Yeah. Would anyone like to?
I mean, Emily, you're pretty tried and true.
All right. So because this was the first time we were doing breakout rooms like this, we were kind of first thinking about how we would structure the time, and we all had different familiarities with the CFD movement and on our campuses. So we were so for people who are new to the CFD movement, will probably would be helpful to do like a CFD movement orientation. And then we also went around sharing some things that we were like having more struggles with or having successes with. And we I mean, we could like go into, I know you said one sentence, so this is like way longer than one sentence, but and maybe an action like off the fly will yeah, maybe I don't know if we didn't like talk about a unified action this time, but definitely in the next time we do this, we'll do that. Oh yes, Calvin's comment. Some of us are going to try presentations, and then of course also the orientation calls are action as well. And then also probably just like more communication in the Slack if people have ideas for action would be good.
Sounds like you're going to have a great month, and I can't wait to see the Slack get super populated with more people taking action. So in our room, we designated Serena. So why don't you tell the group what we talked about?
Yeah, so first we were kind of talking about like the logistics, like difficulties, specifically like quite a few of us don't have our like CCL chapters officially registered on campus. So like going about how to find like a sponsor. And then we also talked about like the balance between it was like community education and action. And it was like this Venn diagram that CCL uses. And like I've never heard of it, and I think a lot of us haven't. So that was like really interesting. And it's basically like trying to balance those 3 because there's like downsides if you focus too much on one of those, and like how to make sure that our orgs are even like people that don't earn in CCL but they have like another environmental club, like how to balance that in whatever their org they're in. And yeah, for takeaways, I guess we mentioned like either distributing like flyers around campus, tabling, because it's like at least at my campus, like it's pretty easy to like rent a table and just like tell people stuff, even if you don't have enough people for an official club. And also just bringing a friend is a simple thing that we can do both to these calls and like to our environmental clubs. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Serena. And hopefully everybody will bring a buddy to our next heat call. We'll then definitely have to do introductions and breakout rooms because there'll be way too many of us and we'll spend the entire time introducing ourselves. But that is a wonderful thing to get to know each other a little better. So thanks everybody for like really great discussions. I really loved our breakout room. I think we had a great conversation in there. So now we are at the stage in the evening where, as we are wrapping up, we want to just make sure that everybody has the information that they need for the month ahead. In addition to those great action items you set in your breakout rooms, just any other updates that are good for the general group to be aware of. There are a few announcements in the action sheet towards the bottom of the agenda, which you'll see there. I would still love, especially for those of you who are trying to recruit new volunteers, new members, I'm still looking for a couple campuses who want to pilot the week on campus. This is an opportunity to like more broadly advertise to anybody who is climate curious but doesn't really know where they stand on the issue yet, to sign up to watch this 3-part documentary with you and explore the drivers of climate change and the solutions and the hope that lies within addressing it. If you are interested in internships with CCL, we are currently recruiting. I still have lots of free books. And I finally have boxes, so apologies, Stanley, your books will be in the mail probably when I get back from Tallahassee on Thursday. So they are coming your way. And please do join us on Slack at cclusa.org/heat/Slack. The last thing I'd love to do is for folks who are still on the call, if you are comfortable coming off camera or coming on camera to take a group photo for our Instagram, that would be awesome. So I'll just give everybody a second to get themselves on camera if they would like to. Looks like everybody is smiling. Yes. Eyes are open. Perfect. Great. All right. Thank you all for that. Are there any last like questions or things folks want to bring up before we sign off for the evening?
I just asked a question in the chat about internships.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for flagging. I literally saw it as I was taking the picture and then totally forgot. I have the attention span of a goldfish. Yes and no. So if you're asking like the campus organizing internship, like as a campus leader, you can definitely stack that with another internship. But we wouldn't want you to do like the college outreach internship and the chapter development internship at the same time, because those have like two really different focus areas.
Okay, yeah, that is what I was wondering. So perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. We're allowed to have you apply, Serena.
Yeah. So I want to ask about the internship. Is it majorly for CCL members?
No, it is open. People who do have some familiarity with CCL for some of the positions will be a more competitive applicant because they're more volunteer facing positions, but we do have like probably about more than 50% of our applicants every cycle are not CCL members yet, but when you do an internship with us, you will become a CCL member as part of your onboarding. So yes and no, I guess. But you can learn more about all of the internship positions at that link I just put in the chat.
Okay.
Of course. All right. Well, it is the top of the hour. So we are officially at time. I just want to thank you all again for spending an hour on a Monday evening with us. I had a lot of fun getting to know so many new people this month, so I hope we'll have just as many, or I guess more accurately, twice as many, if everybody brings one buddy, new faces, next month. So please do accept that challenge, accept that action item, and we will see you in March, the very first Monday of March, which will be, let me see, I'm just scrolling down to make sure I get the date right. March 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That call will be hosted by Emily and Johnson, and they will be inviting Dane Myers, who's a musician, to talk about music and climate advocacy. Oh, Emily, yes, another question.
Oh, just wanted to flag, will we be for people doing like organizing and strategizing, would the second Monday of the month, so I think that's like February 17th or something like that, no, it's like February 19th, would that be all for people to join then too?
Yeah, February 19th, if you are leading climate action on your campus, please do join the campus leader strategy call. It'll be on the same exact line at the same time. So we'll see you there also. There's also a monthly call for CCL this Saturday, and even though it's not announced on the website, I will be the one hosting. So I hope to have a lot of you on there for some moral support, have some more friendly faces that I can't see in the audience. But it's a webinar, whatever. Please do come. It's going to be a really great conversation. I'm really excited for it. So hopefully I will see you on Saturday, and if not, I will see you at our next heat call. Have a great month of February and good luck with all your action items.